A very good evening to you all and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Firstly, can I thank Henry McGlade? I'm sure you all enjoyed the last half hour. Now we've got a really lively show lined up for you this evening. First up is Sean Cuddy, who is here on his UK tour. We'll be at Obedience Sports Centre in Disbury, Manchester for the Lancashire Senior Football Championship final. And the talented Galway girl Sharon Shannon will be joining us on the show. So we've got great music, lots of entertainment and some celebrations, so I hope you'll sit back and enjoy the show. Now, we're off to the Talbot Club in Eccles to meet the lively Sean Cuddy.
Well, there's a princess on the floor all night. Where is she? She can the fairy draw them shapes, alright, Marie. Oh, Maria, are you on your own? Are you on your own? Because Willie would like to take you home. There he is over there. Cause he's the nice country Caveman. We're playing away and we're doing grand. Caveman. If you need a tune to get the Willie by hand. Caveman. We're the Joyce Country Caveman. One more time. Cause we're the Joyce Country Caveman. Caveman. We're playing away and we're doing grand. If you need a tune to get everybody a hand, Caveman, we're the Joyce Country Caveman.
Sean, tell me a little bit about your brand new song.
Well, it's brand new in a sense, but it's a re-release. I recorded that originally in 1990. And I released it back then. I love older stuff, and my mother is all into that type of stuff as well, and she had mentioned the song to me, you see. So we recorded it then, and we decided a few months ago that we remaster and release it again, and we're getting a great reaction to it. And it was funny, you know, because last night I was playing down in London, and this lady came up to me and she said to me, "I've something to show you." So she came up and she had the cassette single, because I sold them as a two-track thing, on a cassette, and she came up to show it to me last night. So.
And Then I Kissed Her is the kind of a song that we can all sing along to.
Well, you know, I suppose it's sort of relevant now today because the dancing has sort of got very popular in Ireland again with the younger generation, and they're all jiving now, and not so much waltzing now or slow foxtrotting, but it's this very fast jiving. And we decide, I'm actually hoping to do a DVD with this later on for the new album. But it's a nice song, it's a nice sing-along thing. I'll be doing it now later on tonight at the show, you know.
And it's great to see that you're busy, and of course you're overseas here in Britain a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, thankfully I'm over probably 6 months of the year. UK and Scotland would be my busiest time. Would be sort of September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and then June time we sort of kick off at home, and we work a lot June, July, August at home, you know, for the summer season. But away a lot then all the time, as I say, between England and Scotland, you know.
Country and Irish music has really come back, hasn't it? It's so strong now. It's great to see it, you know, on the TVs, the radios. So many of you guys coming across here to Britain to play for the Irish away from home. It's wonderful.
Well, it's good to see new people. There's always room for new people to come along and give it a try. And, you know, young singers that come along and that say to me, you know, what advice can you give? There's really no advice that you can give anybody under to go out, do what you want to do, enjoy it, and be yourself. Do what you do yourself, and that's all you can really say to young girls and young fellas, you know.
You've got a great following of people because so many people enjoy you performing on stage because you really put your heart and soul into it.
Well, I love the music, I love meeting people, and I love to involve people in the show, i.e. getting them singing along or having a bit of fun or, you know, things like that. I think it's awful important, Martin, you know, to do that, because if a singer just gets up on the stage, sings all night and doesn't interact with the crowd, I think that's fierce important. And I've always done that. From even before I put the band on the road, I used to do a one-man show around Lee Shoffley in Westmeath, and I loved meeting people. I always liked that type of thing. Sure, listen, when I'd be playing now, especially with say at concerts and that over here in the UK, I'd probably spend more time meeting people after the show than I would on stage.
And you're in Manchester for the Roscommon Association dinner dance in November, celebrating 30 years of the association here.
That's right, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've done many of the Roscommon Association dinner dances. Margaret Casserly was the first woman that brought me here to Manchester to do the dances, and we did them for years then, working along. And Margaret's not involved now, but I know Margaret very well. She's a lovely lady and all that gang. So we're back again, and I'm looking forward. It's at the Lancashire Cricket Club, isn't that right? So we look forward to that. It'll be a great night, always is.
I wish she was mine, so I gave her all the love that I had. And one day she'd take me home to meet her mom and her dad. And then I asked her to be my bride and always be right by my side. I felt so happy that I almost cried, and then I kissed her. I felt so happy that I almost cried, and then I kissed her. And then I kissed her. And then I kissed her.
What a performer, and we wish Sean the very best of luck with his new single. Now we're here at Obedience Sports Centre in Didsbury, Manchester for the Lancashire Senior Football Championship final between Usheen GA of Manchester and John Mitchell's GA of Liverpool. Cahill, 2-7 to 1-6 in favour of Usheen's at half-time, but Usheen's got off to a great start.
Yeah, they really did. They're really up for this game. John Mitchell's come into this game as favourites, but Usheen's have really stepped up to the mark. They've been first to the ball, and their passing to full forward is great. They've a man in there, Conor King, who's really done the damage in there, but Mitchell's being Mitchell's, they've really pulled back, and there's only 4 points out in half-time. It's an exciting half, and there's a lot of people out here to watch, and it's a fantastic spectacle.
Well, exactly. Of course, Usheen's built up a big lead at one stage there, but like you say, John Mitchell's fought back. But it is a very open game of football.
Yeah, it's a great game of football. This is Usheen's home club here, Obedience, and it's the county ground. The ground's looking brilliant, and it lends to great football. The ground is absolutely immaculate. So fair play to the county board, of more fair play to the Usheen's. And Usheen's long balls are causing John Mitchell's danger. But as I said, John Mitchell's have some class players, Niall McCartan, Darren Russell, and they've really come on it and they've clawed it back. So 24 points, and John Mitchell's will be very, very happy with that.
Now, Martin, of course, John Mitchell's are very experienced in games like this, and they're only 4 points behind. How do you see them coming out in the second half?
Well, what they need to do, bringing Niall McCartan out to the middle of the field, that really helped steady the ship a lot, because they were completely all over the place, and their passing was just sloppy, to be honest. So they need to tighten up. They need to continue to gain that possession and get the ball on the forward. The forward line need to get out quicker. They're being beaten. They're second to the ball all the time, and they really do need to step up to the mark there.
But they've been in these big games so many years down here, and of course they've had a great record in Lancashire over the last 6 or 7 years. They've done it all before. They've got the experience.
Well, that's what should stand to them, you would have thought. And they have plenty of experience on the bench there with the like of Edward Jackson probably to come in and a few others. And as you say, they've been down this road many times before and they know what it takes to do it. So I would expect a response from them. I mean, the last 10 minutes they have really stepped it up anyways. And I said I think they've outscored by 1-5 to a point in the last 10 minutes of the match, the first half. So if they keep that possession rate up, you could see them come back and turn it around.
Let's hope now that the standard of football is as good in the second half as it was in the first.
I suspect it will. As Cahill said, the pitch is in immaculate condition, albeit a bit slippery, and they're struggling. But the Mitchells also need to tighten up at the back line. Chrissy O'Connor and Conor King are tearing them apart in there with the long, accurate passes into the corners.
And Cahill, it's a perfect day for football.
Yeah, it absolutely is. The weather's good. Yesterday was raining down, but today it's much better. And it wasn't too good up in Liverpool before we came down, but thankfully it's okay today.
What a great first half, and Oisin are ahead by 4 points at half time. Now we're going to take a little break. Welcome back to Obedience Sports Centre in Didsbury, where Oisin GA is playing John Mitchell's GA in the Lancashire Senior Football Final, and the second half is just about to start. Declan, what a day for Oisin. A wonderful win.
Yeah, unbelievable. Just you saw it there at the end, the outpour of emotion. You know, the club's probably been had too many years there without winning a championship, and Mitchell's going for 5 in a row today. They've really dominated for the last 10 years since Oisin's last won it. You know, we had to stop that, like, you know, and I think you saw that in the first 20 minutes. We were focused, and we were out here to sort of end the drought and win a championship that's probably been overdue, to be honest. So hopefully now after that today it gives the boys confidence and we can sort of look to move on into the All Britain series. Certainly as a management team, that's what we were interested in, that's what we're planning for today, you know, plan for another match in 2 weeks.
Niall, what a time to be captain of Oisin.
Oh, it's a real privilege, to be honest, to be captain over this bunch of men. Like, you've seen the quality that we had on show today, and none more than this man beside me. I don't know what he kicked, 8 or 9 points, but and a goal as well. But no, in general, like, we've got 20, 30 men there that are down most nights, and it's just a privilege to be a part of it.
And you could see that there was great comradeship here as well on the sideline.
Oh, as I've said it many a time, as a club, there's nobody better in Lancashire. Ladies, men, ex-players, everybody gets socialised together. They still stay in contact with the club. So it's a great club to be part of and a great club to be a captain of.
Conor, you put in a great display today.
Yeah, it was good enough, but I think the boys out the field, kind of the boys did the main work, and I just finished off the scores at the end, really, to be fair. But no, it was a good old game, and I'm honoured to be man of the match today now. But a lot of effort has to go with these boys out the field, putting the ball in the way and stuff, and it wasn't as good, there wasn't as many scores.
And you got off to a great start.
Yeah, it was a great start, I must say. We were well off for it, I think, going out before the game started, and there was a good big buzz about the lads, and I think everything we planned to do, it worked out well, and look, it worked out in the end, we won.
The celebrations begin here.
Yeah, start here and they'll be going on for the next couple of days.
Now Andy, chairman of O'Sheens, and look at O'Sheens have been without the championship for a good many years, but you've had a bumper season this year.
We certainly have. The boys have done the club proud, they've done themselves proud, the management team proud, and this is just the icing on the cake. It's phenomenal.
It was a lovely game to watch from both sides, in all fairness. It was a great spectacle here for people that came down today.
Well, I'm glad we put a show on for them, and obviously Mitchell's played their part in that as well. They've won 8 out of 10, I think it is, senior football championships, so to take it from them is a little bit special as well.
What a great game of football, and congratulations to Oisin GAA on winning the Lancashire Senior Football Championship final for the first time since 2006. Now we're off to meet the multi-talented Sharon Shannon. Angela, are you enjoying the concert tonight?
Oh, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, yeah. Sharon's on top form, the whole band are, and it's a packed house, so having a great night, really good.
She's got a big following here, and she was just telling us she's just got a new album out as well.
That's right, I've not heard it yet, so hopefully I'll go up and get a copy at the end and get her to sign it for me. Yeah.
And the atmosphere is good down there, isn't it?
Oh, it's great, absolutely packed out, sold out, been sold out for weeks, I think. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And Mike, of course, you're a very busy man. Tell us where you're off to tomorrow, I think.
Well, on Thursday I'm heading off in 2 days off to a festival in Canada called Celtic Colours in Nova Scotia.
Right, God, how did you get that gig?
It's a festival that's been running for about 15 years, and I've been over to the festival before, so it'd be 5 years ago when I went over. And I'm heading over with the great musician John Doyle, a guitarist from Ireland, and a Scottish fiddle player, John McCusker.
And is there a big following for like traditional Irish music over there?
It'd be more traditional Irish music and more Scottish music, because a lot of immigrants went over to Nova Scotia from Scotland, so they have a very strong fiddle tradition in Nova Scotia.
Of course, you're well known here in Manchester, not just for your famous music course, but for the carousel sessions at the Charlton Irish. Yeah. When are they starting up again?
The carousel sessions are starting up in October with a great singer called Niamh Parsons from Dublin, and then after that there's a brilliant flute player from Brittany called Jean-Michel Villon in the northwest of France. He's a Celtic region of France called Brittany, and he's an amazing flute player, great technique, real inspiration to my own flute playing, and he's coming over with a great guitarist, and that's in that's in November. And then a great singer called Adam Holmes from Scotland, great singer-songwriter. So October, November, December.
Great, that'll be something to look forward to. And Angela, of course, you're very busy as well with your children and going to Feshes. Tell me how that's working out at the moment.
Well, we're over at the All Ireland in Ennis over the summer, and that was great. The children that we took over with us had a great time, and we brought some of them here tonight to watch Sharon. One of them was so inspired by her playing, he saw her playing on Flower TV that he went busking, and he's saving up to buy a button accordion for himself. So he's come to watch her again tonight, yeah.
Well, you've got a really talented bunch of children, of course, because we went along St Mary's there a while back to record them, and they're doing really well.
Yeah, they're doing great. I'm in like 4 different schools now, and then we do some evening classes and things as well. So just like the next generation coming up, it's brilliant. Love it.
Sharon, great to see you here in Manchester, and of course you're really busy.
Yeah, I just finished a week of gigs in the Island Bar in Lanzarote. So I was only barely got back to Galway on Saturday night, and we started this English tour just today now. So it's great to be here. Great to be here in Manchester.
Well, great to see you here in Manchester, but of course, talking about Lanzarote, it's a bit different, isn't it? We're getting a bit cold here. It must be great doing a gig out there.
Oh, it was great. You know, the beautiful weather here, you know, we're going into the winter now, so it was amazing to get a week's fine weather. But anyway, it was, we must do what we must do.
Absolutely. Now, of course, you're on a little mini tour at the moment here. You're in Manchester tonight, and then you're moving on a bit.
Yeah, we have a few more gigs around. We're in Colchester as well, and Northampton, and Birmingham, and London.
Yeah, so a bit of travelling for you over the next few weeks or so.
Exactly. Well, just the 1 week, and then we go home, and we have other stuff lined up as well. And I have a new album as well. At the moment, we've just brought out a brand new album this year. And it's called Sacred Earth. So really happy with that, and it seems to be getting good reviews. People seem to like it, so we're very happy and very proud of it. So I'll give you a copy of it.
We'd love to have a copy of it and play it to all our viewers and our listeners as well on our radio show. So that'd be really good, Sharon.
That'd be great, Martin. Appreciate it.
Now, you've got a great audience here tonight. You've got a big following here in Manchester as well.
Oh God, it's great to see such a great crowd. Really lovely, great welcome there tonight, and loads of lovely smiley faces and people up dancing, and you know, people encouraging us to play, and you know, hopefully now in the second half it'll be even madder.
And of course your music's very, very popular, and people are up dancing there. It's supposed to be a concert, but there's no chance of them sitting down, is there?
Oh, so it's great. Yeah, I love to see people up dancing. That's the kind of music I was brought up with, is just playing for dancers.
Yeah. Tell us the name of your album.
The album is called Sacred Earth, and it's a kind of an Irish music, an attempt at an Irish music version of Paul Simon's Graceland's album, which is all the African influences, and it's just really exciting and really different, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah. Well, we're all looking forward to hearing that, Sharon. And listen, before we let you go now, of course, I know that you live in Galway and Salthill. Did you have great celebrations a few weeks back?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Wasn't it fantastic altogether, the double whammy? Really great.
And I'll bet the pubs and the clubs and everything doing some great business over there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, it was great, really great old buzz. People are still just have the flags out in Galway, cheering the boys on.
You can't beat a bit of good lively music to lift your spirits, and there's no better lady than Sharon Shannon to do it. Now, Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock with the Irish at home and abroad, and I'm here at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Until then, thank you for watching.